Charleston, West Virginia, home of the 2025 West Virginia State Boys Basketball Tournament here on the NFHS Network. As we continue our coverage from here inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center, we turn our attention to Class AAA bracket. Number 1, Bridgeport, the Indians coming in at 23-1. They'll take on number 8, Elkins, the Tigers at 13-10. I'm Jack Wither alongside my partner Andrew Miller this evening. We saw a blowout in the game number 1 of a matchup of 1 and 8 in Class AA. Here's Class AAA, 1 and 8, and Elkins, winners of their last 6 of 7 games. So they're playing well, but they've got a big mountain to climb in the number 1 seed, Bridgeport. Bridgeport lost back, I believe it was late December, right before Christmas, against Nitro. They've reeled off 20 straight since then.
Yeah, really hard to crowd this AAA team in Bridgeport. They're the number 1 seed coming in for a reason. They're on fire. They've got the best scoring defense in Class AAA. They give up less than 39 points a game. They're the 4th best offense coming in as they score it at 64 a game. But you look at this Elkins team. These two teams met once in the regular season. It was a very close loss, 62-49 back on February 4th for Elkins. So they were able to maintain and stay in this. The reason they were, though, they held Bridgeport lower than their average because they've got the 4th best scoring defense in Class AAA in Elkins. So if they can find a way to score the basketball against a very good defense in Bridgeport, who knows? Elkins might be able to hang. They did it back in 2023. They made it to the state semifinals. They're going to look to try to pull an upset here, as we would probably call it.
Yep, so a battle of defenses here tonight in Class AAA. It's number 1 Bridgeport, number 8 Elkins. Coming up next here on the NFHS Network. Welcome back inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. Jack Wither alongside Andrew Miller. Class AAA matchup, number 1 Bridgeport Indians. And Coach Dave Marshall coming in 23-1, averaging 64 points a game, giving up just shy of 39 points a game. Defeated Berkeley Springs and Hampshire to get here to Charleston. They'll rely on a senior-led team, especially their leading scorer in Landon Sanders, 6-foot senior guard, 13 points. Phoenix Sickles, 6'5 senior, 12.7 points, 7.2 rebounds a game. And then you got Carter Zuliani, the do-it-all athlete at Bridgeport. Plays football, and I believe he's committed to play football at WU. Also a very good swimmer for Bridgeport and a basketball player as well. On the other side, number 8 Elkins under head coach Amrit Rayfield, 13-10 overall, averaging 51 points a game, only giving up 48 to their opponents. They also rely on seniors in their starting lineup. Lucas D'Angelo, Dylan Heinzman, Levi Weinless, and Drew Heinzman, the 4 seniors in that starting lineup.
Yeah, this is a very good group of Elkins Tigers. It's a very experienced group. That's why you look at the 13-10 record, Jack, but you got to look at who they played. They have lost to 5 tournament teams here. Yep. Fairmont Senior twice, Robert C. Byrd, Bridgeport, and again, that was a 13-point loss. It's a close one. And then, of course, a very good Tucker County team from a lower weight class. But again, they're 8-2 in their last 10 ball games. They're playing very well, and they might just be the team to put a little scare into Bridgeport, although nobody else has throughout the last 20 games.
Elkins advanced to the AAA semifinals in 2023. 2 championships for the Bridgeport Indians. They won it back in 1993, defeated Oceana 59-50. Then in 2001, the Class AA defeated Tug Valley 68-57. We'll send it across the court to the PA announcer and Doug Pearson and the announcements of the starting lineups tonight.
Extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show during tonight's game. This is a championship contest between the Elkins Tigers and the Bridgeport Indians. Now let's meet the participants. First, the head coach for Elkins, Amrit Rayfield, meeting at half court with Bridgeport's coach, Dave Marshall. Elkins assistant coaches Aaron Lanon, Doug Boggs, and Dave Shepard. Meeting at half court with Bridgeport's coaches Grant Burton and Bo Kessler. The support staff for Elkins, Catcher Goodwin, Isaac Sparks, and Johnny Gaynor. Meeting at half court with Bridgeport's Bodie Sickles, Titan Martin, Jake Holcomb, and Grayson Church. Now let's meet the players. Elkins, number 1, Drayton Boggs. Meeting Bridgeport's number 4, Donovan Williams. For Elkins, number 3, Lincoln Fletcher. Bridgeport, number 5, Arion Dodd. Elkins, number 11, A.J. Friedman. Meeting in half court with Bridgeport's number 12, Gavin Williams. Elkins, number 22, Alex Burchart. Meeting in half court with Bridgeport's number 14, Jax McDougall. Elkins, number 24, Amari Lanon. Meeting in half court with number 15 from Bridgeport, Sam Romano. Number 25 for Elkins, Nassim Rayfield. Meeting in half court with number 35, Jalen Brown from Bridgeport. And for Elkins, number 32, Braden Biller, and number 30, Braden Biller, and number 32, DJ Lauk. Meeting in half court with Bridgeport's number 44, Evan Kidd. Now let's meet the starting lineups. For Elkins, a 6-foot senior, number 5, Levi Wanless. Meeting in half court with Bridgeport's 6-foot senior, number 2, Landon Sanders. For Elkins, a 6'1" senior, number 2, Lucas D'Angelo. Meeting at half court with Bridgeport's 6'5" senior, number 11, Phoenix Sickles. For Elkins, a 6'3" senior, number 4, Dylan Heinzman. He'll meet at half court with Bridgeport's 6'2" senior, number 20, Jack Spatafor. For Elkins, a 6'3" senior, number 10, Drew Heinzman. He'll meet at half court with Bridgeport's 6'6" senior, Carter Zuliani. And for Elkins, a 6'2" junior, number 23, Landon Shreve. Meeting at half court with Bridgeport's 5'11" sophomore, Anderson McDougall. We had the national anthem earlier. Gentlemen, let's play some championship basketball.
Today's live streaming coverage of the 2025 West Virginia Basketball Tournament is being presented by your local Little General Stores. Great prices, convenient places, your local Little General Stores. Starting 5, Sanders, Sickles, Spatafor, Zuliani, McDougall for Bridgeport. In the white as they'll control the opening tip. Starting 5 for the Tigers, D'Angelo, Heinzman, Wanless, Drew Heinzman, and Shreve. Man-to-man defense for the Tigers. Orange uniforms here tonight for Elkins. Black numbers and letters as Tigers on the back nameplate. Offensive board putback won't go. Corralled by Landon Shreve.
Again, I want to see if this Elkins team can do what they did the first time against Bridgeport and hold this game to a low-scoring affair. Bridgeport averages margin of victory this year almost 26 points a game. It was 13 when Elkins played them.
Bad pass there, turnover in the hands of Jack Spanafor. Down the other side, that one too strong. Rebound cleared away by the Tigers. Wanless over on the right side, down the right side of the lane. Scoop shot with the left hand won't go. And here comes Bridgeport quickly. McDougal into the corner, the three off the iron, no good.
Some early misses on both sides. The three you don't care if it goes or not early, but those layups you'd like to hit early just to see a ball go through the hoop.
Drew Heisman out top. D'Angelo, they work it here near side. Shreve with it, backs it back out, guarded by Zuliani. Nice little dump pass, and then the quick kick to the corner. Euro step, right hand up and in for Drew Heisman. Unwraps the scoring here tonight.
Using the long arms of that 6'3" frame to get
Pressure
into
being
the rim.
applied. A little zone pressure. Get it across Sanders over on the left side. Baseline drive, cut off, looking for room, and a turnover on Bridgeport.
Well, the Indians,
Sickles down there and couldn't get out of there.
they're able to get to the rim. We've seen the first 4 trips down. Just not making anything at the basket. Give credit to Elkins, standing their ground, not reaching and fouling, just working on defensive rebounds.
Talked about beginning of the broadcast here. This is going to be a defensive struggle between these two teams. Pull up jump shot off the front iron, no good. Here comes McDougal up ahead. Sickles layup is good. All tied at 2 apiece.
Great body control by Sickles. He was leaning sideways, but had the soft touch off the glass for the basket.
Left side, Heisman, Drew Heisman now kick back out top to D'Angelo. He'll put it on the floor. Dylan and Drew Heisman. Wanless over on the right side. Works his way down in the paint, now gives up his dribble. Now Lucas D'Angelo with it, trying to go baseline, got cut off. Nice defense by Spanafor.
You got 2 elite defenses in Class AAA matching up tonight.
Back and back out, reassess, now near side, kick out, working around the perimeter over to Shreve. Shreve trying to go baseline. Giuliani, nice defense for the senior. Nice patience here by Elkins though. Step through, and that's going to be a whistle and a travel.
Well, again,
that's a little Euro step by Drew Heisman.
Thought that looked good, but when he picked up his back pivot foot, that's where the travel came. But you're right, I like that patient offensive set. That took about 45 seconds.
Zone pressure there. Get across the timeline, wide open 3, up and in for Anderson McDougal. Sophomore with the 3-pointer, makes it 5-2 Bridgeport.
Averages 10 a game, got a wide open look topside and buried it.
That was from the outer arc. D'Angelo guarded closely by Spanafor. Back out top, Heisman works it over to Shreve. Into the corner to Wanless. He'll go baseline, nice take, but couldn't finish on the reverse layup. McDougal out top. Forces his way through and threw it away.
Got up in the air, had nowhere to go with that basketball. Well, you can see the MO for Elkins. They want to slow this ball game down, keep it into the 50s if they can possibly do that.
Working over on the right side, man-to-man defense for Bridgeport. Ball knocked out of the hands and out of bounds. Last touched by McDougal, and that brings us to our first media timeout. 3:25 to go here in the first quarter. Number 1, Bridgeport leading 5-2 over number 8, Elkins, here on the NFHS Network. With her alongside Andrew Miller. We're now the media timeout, 3:25 to go, opening quarter, 5-2, a 3-point advantage for the number 1 seed, Bridgeport Indians. It'll be Tigers ball. They're all knocked away, but gathered back up by Wanless.
Defense winning at the moment for both sides, low scoring affair.
Wanless works it over the right side, now into the corner, right through the hands of his intended receiver in Dylan Heinsman.
We'll see a little backcourt pressure, zone style from Elkins now.
You see what I did there? Intended receiver,
Yeah,
well,
well done.
football. Bridgeport, pretty good football team as well.
They weren't bad this year.
Herbert Hoover found out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Work it here near side. Down into the low post. McDougal backs it back out, and they work it around the perimeter. Loose ball, though. And a turnover gives the ball back to Elkins.
Boy, what a decision that time by Heinsman. I thought just off of my eyesight that Heinsman had knocked that away and out of bounds. He realized that he deflected that off the offensive targets. He was going at it and then realized maybe just back off and it's our ball.
Wanless works it over the left side. Pump fake. Retrieve. Gave up his dribble. There's a still attempt there. Into the paint, all the way to the basket. Won't go. Batted around and controlled by Bridgeport. Gavin Williams into the ball game for the Indians. Now Sickles with it. Forces his way into the paint. Threw it away right into the hands of Dylan Heinsman. Another turnover on Bridgeport. That's their fourth, and all tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Elkins.
We're really enjoying the half-court defenses on both sides. Elkins has caused some problems with dribble drives. They've gotten some turnovers off that. Meanwhile, Bridgeport causing some strain, getting 3 of their own.
Looking at the head coach for Bridgeport. A bit of concern on the face of the coaching staff.
Well, Coach Marshall's been here before. Spent a lot of time on the sideline with the Bridgeport girls.
Wanless will put it up from the left elbow. Hits the front of the iron, rolls off. Zuliani with the rebound. Get it into the corner. Phoenix Sickles will take it over the right wing. Straightaway 3, and it's good from Landon Sanders.
Well, just 3 good opportunities. They've hit 2 of 3, though.
Six-point advantage for Bridgeport. Shreve, and he is fouled trying to go to the basket. See who they get this on.
They may get this one on the big with that impeding the drive. They will get Zuliani with the bump.
3-man officiating crew here tonight. Ron Watkins, Ryan Potts, and Terrence Washington.
Zuliani will take a breather. Jax McDougal in for Bridgeport.
Getting in, A.J. Friedman into the ball game, trying to go baseline. Got cut off, though, by Williams. Now they work it back out top. And it back over to Friedman. Loose ball. Bodies on the floor, and we have a held ball, and it'll stay with Elkins.
Well, tremendous hustle on both sides for that loose ball. McDougal, who just checked in, grabbed a hold of it first. And then you see nothing but orange jerseys around trying to tie the possession. They knew it was theirs.
Tell you what, Jax McDougal on the floor there took a beating.
Yeah.
They get it in near side. Back to D'Angelo out top, Friedman. We go under a minute here in the opening quarter. Friedman penetrates into the paint, step through, and he has fouled going to the basket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, a strong move by the 5'8 senior. Attacked proper, then try to spin it up off the glass, drew the contact. And again, you're watching Elkins. They are slowing this ball game down, limiting possessions. They're working 30 to 45 seconds off of each offensive series. They've just got to figure out a way to put it in the basket. That would help.
Well, getting the line and making is one way, as the first one up and in for A.J. Friedman. The last foul was on Jax McDougal.
Anderson McDougal checking back in, replacing Spatafor.
2 of 2 for Friedman. 8-4 Bridgeport. 54 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Again, the pressure on that zone press. Bridgeport works it across the timeline. Into the corner. Feed back out top. Looking for Sickles down low as he cuts through. He's got it here near side.
The Tigers brought in DJ Lauk as well. That last dead ball is kind of a force inside, a big 6'4" forward.
Sickles in the paint. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Might get that one. I thought on the help defender they won't. They're going to get that one on Lauk with the body contact.
So Phoenix Sickles, the senior forward, at the foul line. Listing him at 6'5" as he buries the first one.
Substitute at the scores table. Looks like they're going to check Sickles out if he makes this free throw.
And he misses it short. 22 seconds. Friedman works it across the timeline. Picked up by Gavin Williams. Works it over to Shreve over the left side. Back out top. Well, knocked away, and it'll stay with Elkins with 2.5 seconds. And now they get Donovan Williams into the ballgame, the 6'2" senior for Bridgeport. Dylan Heinzman's inbounds over in the corner. Turnaround shot off the front of the iron, no good from Lucas D'Angelo, and it brings us to the end of the first quarter. A defensive struggle here in this Class AAA quarterfinal. Number 1 Bridgeport leading number 8 Elkins 9-4 here on the NFHS network. Second quarter, number 1 Bridgeport leading number 8 Elkins 9-4 as it'll be Indians ball starting things out. And a man defense for Elkins.
Tremendous defensive battle here so far in the first.
McDougal had a reverse layup, got it knocked away, gathers it back up. Corner 3 off the mark and out of bounds. It'll stay with Bridgeport.
I think they got that one off of Wanless. I think a low-scoring game, though, honestly, really may help Elkins more than it would help Bridgeport. Elkins did not shoot the ball well in that first quarter, just 1 for 7. But if they are limiting Bridgeport's opportunities, they can hang around.
Sickles, Spatafor, and Zuliani re-enters for Bridgeport. That's shot off the mark and out of bounds over to Elkins. Not sure how messed up Carter Zuliani. I did the swim meet for the NFHS network up in Morgantown past few years, where I've watched him excel in the pool. First with Buchanan Upshur, now with Bridgeport.
Athletes that excel in sports that don't really connect.
Blocked there by Zuliani. Whip it around the perimeter, and Anderson McDougal comes out, resets the offense with 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Pass down inside the low block. Zuliani trying to force his way in, and it's going to be a foul on Shreve.
Just a force inside if you can get him posted up on either block. He's obviously going to use his size. Yeah, think about that. Football and swimming. Had a couple of brothers years ago in Roane County who were state champion golfers and state champion wrestlers. Those two things just don't seem to fit together. I don't know, maybe.
With the 6'6" frame, he's got a lot of power in the water. So he makes that one. 6-point advantage for Bridgeport, 10-4, 6:48 to go, second quarter action. Here inside the Charleston Coliseum. Wanless into the paint, pulls up, jump shot, back iron won't go. Tipped around and out of bounds, last touch by Elkins.
I think Wanless may have stepped out of bounds there while he was going for the loose ball.
And they apply this pressure here, zone press. Bridgeport works it across the timeline with Phoenix Sickles.
Well, the goal in that press breaker is to get it to the middle of the floor. Elkins had done a better job before that, keeping them from that.
Wide open 3 for Sickles is good.
His first 3, but 3 of 5 now for Bridgeport.
And a timeout taken by Elkins with 6:17 to go. It's a full timeout, 13-4. Bridgeport leading Elkins. Phoenix Sickles from outside for 3 for the Indians here on the NFHS Network. $6:17 to go here, second quarter, 13-4. Bridgeport leading Elkins. Now the timeout, it'll be Tigers ball. Levi Wanless, the senior, hands it over. D'Angelo, they try to trap him, and now you see a little more pressure in the half-court defense by Bridgeport.
Yeah, picking up the intensity a little bit here.
Heisman works it over to Shreve. He'll fire up a 3. That one too strong. Into the hands of Sickles.
I think Elkins doing what they want to defensively. They're just 1 of 10, though, shooting the basketball, and that's a struggle.
McDougal works it over to Sickles here in the corner, and they feed it down into Zuliani back out.
Of course, Bridgeport only shooting 1 of 5 inside the three-point line.
Sickles fires away from the near corner for another 3.
Problem for Elkins is they're 4 of 6 from 3.
He's got 9 points. 16-4, Bridgeport leading. Shreve over the right side, penetrates with a dribble, and we got a whistle. May have been before the shot. Let's see what they say. They get the foul on Carter Zuliani.
That'll be number 2 on Zuliani. So immediately, Coach Dave Marshall heads to the bench. He'll bring back in Jax McDougal.
So a foul was on the floor, and Elkins, sophomore Drayton Boggs enters the ball game. He'll trigger it out from underneath the basket for Elkins. Oh, take away. Layup missed though. Spatafor stepped right in front of that pass. Great vision, but now on the other side in transition. That one won't go, and we have a blocking foul. And I believe this will go against Jax McDougal, and that'll be his second.
Yeah, that was a great anticipation of the pass by Spatafor to steal it away. Missed, though, on the other side. And as you see, Jax McDougal a little bit underneath the basket there on the jump by Wanless.
Wanless sets up and delivers. Elkins just 1 field goal here in the first half. They've been perfect from the foul line. 4:58 to go here in the second quarter. Get it here near side, ball tipped away. Bridgeport's got to go. Another tip away and a takeaway, and a layup is good. Wanless with the steal and the bucket.
This is a nasty zone press for
McDougal,
Elkins.
near side. Over to Spatafor into the corner. He'll kick it back out to Sickles. He'll swing it over the left side. Penetrate, up and in, count it. The bucket for Landon Sanders and a foul on Elkins.
A strong move to the paint that time. You could see Elkins after that press. They were still talking things over, trying to get themselves set where they needed to be. Sanders took full advantage of that. Found himself a quick open lane on that left wing.
And converts the three-point play. That last foul was on Elkins. Shreve, that's his second. 4.5 minutes to go, 19-8. Bridgeport, the number 1 seed here in Class AAA, leading number 8 Elkins. Down in the paint, picks up his dribble is D'Angelo. Now he'll get it back, and another steal by McDougal. And cannot convert that one. As McDougal clears it away up ahead. Boggs down inside, trying to hand it over. Kept alive, though, along the baseline, and shot rolls in for Drew Heinsman.
That's all based off of that great transition defense by D'Angelo.
A couple of steals for Bridgeport, but both times they've left the layup short. Sickles penetrates baseline, stops, throws it up, won't go. That was a bit awkward. Cleared out by Elkins. Not sure if one of the Tigers players got a piece of it. Near side, Boggs holds it high, now gives it in. Low post, shot won't go. A lot of contact, no whistle, they play on. McDougal races out to the corner for a three. That went off the iron, no good. Jax McDougal with the rebound. His putback won't go. And what a battle we have here.
Once again, great defense, staying away from the fouls and challenging the shots inside the paint there of Bridgeport. And then Elkins jumping on the boards quickly.
Wanless, spin move into the paint, to the basket. Can't get it to go, though. McDougal quickly down the other side. Stop, kick out. Wide open three for Sanders off the iron. Back and forth we go. 2.5 minutes to go.
Bridgeport just one of their last 7 and 0 of their last 5.
Ball knocked away. Boggs gathers, and now he's still numbers for Bridgeport. Sickles, spin move into paint. Right hand layup is good.
Well, again, D'Angelo challenging there, but Sickles with a great spin move.
Now on the inbound, take away. McDougal's layup, he's fouled.
And D'Angelo got across the back of the neck that time of McDougal. And those kind of plays will just kill you as a coach. Coach Rayfield frustrated when you're just trying to get the ball in bounds and your guy is standing right beside you. But you got to figure they're going to reach through that, so maybe bounce it a little further away. Give your guy a chance to go get that ball.
First one up and in for Anderson McDougal. Take a look at that last foul there. Got him right in the face. Second one up, and 1 of 2 for McDougal. Checking back in for Bridgeport is Gavin Williams.
They also brought Donovan Williams in after that first free throw. A.J. Friedman back in for the Tigers. He provided a small spark when he came in the first.
He's got it out top, works it over on the right side. Hines puts it on the floor, trying to go baseline. Now McDougal eyes a three-pointer. That one too strong. Rebound. Corralled by Sickles, and here comes Bridgeport down the other way with Sanders. They try to trap him into the hands of Sickles. Sanders with it again.
Impressed with Elkins getting back defensively.
Sanders will fire up a three, and it's good. And a timeout taken by Elkins with 1:24 here in the first half. It's a full timeout, 1:24 to go. Sanders work it back around to him, and he fires up the three for Bridgeport. They lead 26-10 here on the NFHS network. Prescription drug coverage and a company matching 401k plan, Affinity Coal Company. 1:15 to go here in the second quarter. Bridgeport leading 26-10 down the baseline. The kick out, left side three. That one off the front of the iron, no good from Drayton Boggs. Bridgeport quickly down the other side, and the ball out of bounds. And it looks like he dribbled it off his foot. Jack Spanafor with the turnover.
Well, you can see off of misses from Elkins Bridgeport. They want to get out of transition. They've been frustrated throughout the majority of this first half, not being able to do so. But Elkins really struggling from the field, just 3 of 16, 19%. Meanwhile, it's all coming from 3. 5 of 9 for Bridgeport from behind the three-point line. 5 of their 8 are three-pointers.
Boggs picks it up out top of the three. Now they works it over to Shreve. Hand off to Friedman. Friedman splits a couple defenders, goes right to the basket with the left hand. A.J. Friedman. Beautiful move.
Had one just like that in the first, got a foul, made a couple free throws, finishes nicely amongst some pressure.
And Bridgeport will hold for the last shot here in the opening half. Way out top, Gavin Williams dribbles. Now Spanafor with 7 seconds. He'll get it back. Spanafor penetrates, floats it up off the glass, too strong. Rebound into the hands of Elkins. And that brings us to the end of the first half here inside the Charleston Coliseum. Class AAA battle, number 1 Bridgeport will go to the locker room with the lead over number 8 Elkins, 26-12 here on the NFHS Network. Side to Charleston Coliseum, this Class AAA quarterfinal, number 1 Bridgeport leading number 8 Elkins, 26-12. Jack Wither alongside Andrew Miller, and on the outset of the broadcast, we talked about this is going to be a bit of a defensive struggle. Two of the better defensive teams in Class AAA in the state of West Virginia, and that's pretty much what we had here, especially in the first quarter. It was just 9-4 Bridgeport over Elkins. But then a little offense happened, and that coming from Phoenix Sickles from Bridgeport.
Yeah, you know, the Indians stayed with what they wanted to do. They tried to get out of transition. Give credit to Elkins, not allowing much of that. But then in the half-court set, after they went through a 1 of 7 and 0 of 5 shooting slump early in the second, Bridgeport started to shoot the ball much better. And you'll see it with the numbers, obviously, from 2 and from 3. They shot the ball very, very well. But again, Elkins wants to keep this a low-scoring affair. Yeah. I thought they did what they needed to do other than making shots. They had good looks. They just didn't shoot the ball very well in the first half. If they could shoot the ball well and continue to play that tough defense, this is closer than what a lot of people may have begun to thought.
The game plan is there for Elkins
to
succeed. But like you said, they got to make some shots there in the second half. Winner of this one will take on number 4 Fairmont Senior. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll continue our halftime here inside the Charleston Coliseum. Bridgeport leading Elkins 26-12 here on the NFHS Network. Welcome back inside the Charleston Coliseum. Jack Wither alongside Andrew Miller. Bridgeport leading Elkins 26-12 as we take a look at some team stats here in the first half for Bridgeport. 38% shooting from the field, 8 of 21. From behind the arc, 5 of 9, 56%. They went to the foul line 7 times, converted 5 of those for 71%, and had 6 turnovers for Elkins in the first half. Shooting 4 of 17 from the field, 24%. They were 0 of 4 from behind the arc. They'd go to the foul line 4 times, converted all 4 of those, 7 turnovers in that first half for Elkins. Not a lot of difference in some other team stats. 16-11 in total rebounds in favor of Bridgeport. Paint points in favor of Elkins, 8-6. As Andrew, you take a look at some individual stats.
Yeah, leading the way, of course, as you mentioned, was Phoenix Sickles. Had a very good second quarter, 11 points total on 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3, added 6 rebounds and 2 assists. 9 for Sanders on 2 of 3 shooting from behind the three-point line as well. And then McDougal chipping in with 5 and 2 rebounds and a pair of assists. 4 apiece for Wanless, Heinzman, and off the bench, A.J. Friedman all had 4 apiece. Heinzman on 2 of 3 shooting and a couple of free throws for Friedman. But really not a lot of offense, as you mentioned, to speak of. But playing good defense, Elkins hanging right there with this number 1 team.
Take a look at that Class AAA bracket. The winner of this one will take on Fairmont Senior, who got by Chapmanville in that 4-5 matchup earlier this morning, 47-46. Number 3 Nitro, number 6 Ripley will match up on Wednesday morning, 11:15, in Shady Spring, and Robert C. Byrd, the 2-7 seed, tomorrow night at 7:15. A couple of look at the Class AA. Number 1 Williamstown earlier today defeated Buffalo 74-39. Number 3 West Side got by Doddridge County 83-53, and number 2 Wheeling Central 80-27 over Ritchie County. The last Class AA later tonight will be Wyoming East and Logan. That'll be a dandy. That'll be the 3rd meeting of the season between Wyoming East and Logan. Wyoming East taking the first 2 in the regular season. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the start of the second half here on the NFHS Network. Started here in the second half inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center, capital city of Charleston, West Virginia. 2025 WVSSAC Boys State Basketball Tournament. First of 5 days of tournament action here in Charleston, as it'll be the Tigers with the first possession, going left to right as you're looking down on the court. Picked up, and they kick it back out to D'Angelo. They're working in the paint. D'Angelo all the way to the basket. A whistle and a foul.
Will they give continuation is the question. They will.
They do count the baskets. So a good start for the Tigers. We talked about they got to make baskets. Right there you go. And an opportunity here for a three-point play for the senior Lucas D'Angelo.
Yeah, love the defenses on both sides in the first half. Want to see a little more offense from Elkins.
It's the zone pressure that we've seen throughout the first half. Bridgeport, Sickles gets it across the timeline to McDougal. Now Sickles gets it back and they set up the offense. Sickles in the corner. Leads the team with 11 points in that first half. Now they feed it down into Zuliani. Tries to go baseline. He's double teamed and a reach-in foul. This may go against Shreve, and if it does, that's his third.
It will be on Landon Shreve, so he's got to be careful. We'll see if Coach Rayfield heads to the bench quickly.
Nobody pops up off the bench for Elkins. The inbound, quick catch and shoot. Up and in for Phoenix Sickles. He's got 13.
That is total. Now Lauk will check in. Next dead ball for Elkins.
28-15, Bridgeport leading. Almost falling to the floor. Ball tipped away and controlled there by the Tigers, Levi Wanless.
Now Wanless has slipped twice now.
Guarded by McDougal. Looking for a screen out top. Backs in the paint. Wanless all the way to the basket. Left it short though. McDougal with the rebound.
Well, he's gotten to the rim a couple times tonight, just hasn't been able to finish. Wanless just 1 of 8 so far tonight.
Three-pointer from the left side is good for Jack Spatafor.
Puts his first points on the board of the evening. Boy, Bridgeport shooting lights out right now, 60% from 3.
D'Angelo gave up his dribble, now kicks it out. Over to Shreve. Top of the key, Heinzman. Now Wallace back to the basket and up and in off the glass.
Well, just as we said, he was struggling. Finally gets one to drop in. That may help his confidence a little bit at the rim.
Well, tipped away, but gathered up. They got to go here quickly. Sickles, and that's a 10-second violation.
Boy, just tremendous defense.
Saw that in the first half where Elkins got a hand on it, knocked it away, and then that resulted in that takeaway, an easy layup.
What's so important in this zone pressure is the second level of the zone, right near midcourt, trying to keep it out of the middle, and they're able to do that. And when they do that, Bridgeport has struggled trying to find an open man.
Dylan Heinzman will trigger it in near side. Gets it into Drew Heinzman, now out top to Wanless. Tried to feed it down in that short corner, ball knocked away. The last touch by Carter Zuliani. They were looking down low for DJ Lauk. See if Wanless goes back over to the left side. Works his way and dribbled out of bounds, saved it, but right to McDougal. He did what I thought he would do, but couldn't convert. Into the paint, shot rejected away. Scramble for the rebound, picked up by Elkins. Here comes D'Angelo.
Well, great quick hands by the Elkins defense to steal that away.
D'Angelo into the paint. D'Angelo all the way to the basket. Rolls off the iron, no good.
With too many of those missed baskets. Right at the rim. Got to see those fall in if you're Elkins.
Left side, Spatafor now out top to Sanders. 4:43 to go. Get it into Zuliani. Lost the handle. And a turnover. D'Angelo up ahead to Heinzman. He'll get it back. 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 31-17.
As you can see, Elkins has no interest in transition offense. They want to work a half-court set and find a good look.
Lauk in the corner. Hands it back out to D'Angelo. Puts it on the floor. D'Angelo trying to force his way into the paint. Got cut off. Good defense by Spatafor. And now they reset the offense all the way out top with Drew Heinzman.
Last drive by Wanless. He got what he wanted, as you said, but lost the ball just as he turned the corner on McDougal.
Heinzman out top. Drew Heinzman into the paint. Trying to step through and get the pass over to Lauk, taken away. Loose ball, now we have a foul. And they're going to get Lucas D'Angelo with a reach-in.
I think on that last play, maybe a little too unselfish on that dribble drive by Heinzman. I thought he could have just gone ahead and taken that one because Zuliani just held his feet.
A.J. Friedman will check back in, but a timeout on the floor, 3:38 to go. Number 1 Bridgeport leading number 8 Elkins, 31-17 here on the NFHS Network. I wouldn't mind having some breakfast, lunch, and dinner right now. 3:34 to go here in the third quarter. Oh, beautiful play and the dump in to wide open Anderson McDougal. Nice play coming out of the timeout.
Just a little give and go. Nobody went with McDougal.
Lauk in the paint. Backs in on Zuliani, throws it up. A wild shot, and now out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Bridgeport's Gavin Williams.
Yeah, those quick hands. That time Wanless got a hand in on it. But what a quick play. What a nice play.
Little screen there. Friedman out top. Looking for a screen himself. Splits a couple defenders and now reaching foul on Bridgeport.
Well, Friedman's been really good off the bench, Jack. He has found a way to attack through the middle of the defense. He split a couple defenders, got into the rim, got fouled, made free throws, scooped one in.
Last foul on Gavin Williams, his first. Get it in here near side, now all the way out top to Wanless. Levi Wanless trying to go into the paint, and another whistle, another foul on Bridgeport.
Yeah, Wanless is forcing the issue right now. He's got the strength to attack the defender, whether it's McDougal or this time, of course, he got Gavin Williams. He's just able to turn the edge, and you've got one or two options here if you're a Bridgeport defender. Either back off of him or you're going to draw a foul usually.
They'll inbound along the baseline underneath their own basket. They get it in over in the far corner. Now back out top. Friedman penetrates, splits the defenders. That one rejected away by Zuliani, out of bounds. It'll stay with Elkins.
Well, as quick as Friedman was, that's 5'8" versus 6'6". Zuliani's going to win that one.
Check out the replay here. That last drive by Friedman, and Zuliani just waiting on him. Into the corner to penetrate. Wanless threw it up, won't go down though. Nice drive, could not finish it.
You can steal a frustration from Wanless. He's gotten great looks. He's missed way too many of those layups, though.
Sickles stops, and a little hesitation draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Well, Sickles, the hard guard. Inside, outside. He can shoot, obviously, from outside, but he's got the strength and the size to work it to the paint. And then a nice decision to pump fake that one and draw the foul.
Sickles with 13 points and 7 rebounds at the line to shoot two. 1 of 2 from the foul line tonight. And that rattles in and out. Second one coming up for the senior. And he rolls that one in, 1 of 2. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 34-17, Bridgeport leading Elkins. Wanless again works his way into the paint, stop. Bump fake, lost the handle, knocked away, gathers it back up. Now Friedman out top. Back over to Wanless. He wants to go baseline, reverse layup. Went off the mark, out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Tigers.
Well, Wanless has been relentless. He just has not seen the shots fall. He is now just 2 of 12. And of those 12, I think every one of them have been inside the paint.
get it into Friedman, and out of bounds, a turnover on Elkins.
A split-second decision. You can see Friedman didn't want to grab it and thought he might have been the last to touch it.
2 minutes to go here in the third. In that zone pressure. They get it across the timeline with Gavin Williams. He'll set up the offense. Giuliani out top. Handoff, Sanders, left side, Sickles penetrates, stopped. Up and in, and a foul. And it's that little hesitation right at the end. Got the defender up and drew the contact.
That was a mirror image of the last play where he took it strong to the hoop. Didn't make the layup the last time, but he got the pump fake, drew the contact. And Sickles is really dominating right now. He's only missed 2 shots in the ball game.
16 points for the senior in Phoenix. Sickles came in averaging just under 13 points a game. Trying to complete the 3-point play, and he does. Gives him 17 for the night.
Largest lead of the night for Bridgeport now at a full 20 points. That foul, by the way, on D'Angelo, his third.
1:36 to go here in the third. 37-17, Bridgeport leading. Winner of this one takes on Fairmont Senior. Polar Bears got by Chapmanville. Nice little step through and up and in off the glass for Lucas D'Angelo.
Well, you got to earn it against this Bridgeport defense. That wasn't an easy shot, but a great touch shot by D'Angelo.
Far side, Spatafor. They kick it back out top. McDougal. Dribble drive for McDougal. Nice job on the finish for Anderson McDougal.
Suddenly some success for the Indians getting to the rim.
He's got 9 points. D'Angelo out top. Kicks over. Baseline, pump fake. Up and in, nice job. That time by Wanless. And Giuliani right there on him.
He had to double clutch that on the way down.
Williams, right side, kick to the corner for 3, in and out, no good. A rebound tracked down in the corner by Friedman. Kick out Friedman, 17 seconds, now he'll back it back out. If they try to get to Wanless again. D'Angelo into the paint. Looking for help, turnaround, shot up, missed it short. Rebound, Bridgeport. And they'll not get a shot off as we come to the end of the third quarter here inside the Charleston Coliseum. Number 1, Bridgeport, leading number 8, Elkins, 39-21. We head to the fourth quarter, 39-21. Bridgeport leading Elkins in this Class AAA quarterfinal. The winner of this one will move on to the semifinals on Friday to take on number 4 Fairmont Senior.
Bridgeport has 5 more made field goals, and I think the majority of them in that quarter came at the basket.
Feed down inside. Now Sanders, nice dump pass down low and a reverse layup up and in for Anderson McDougal.
That's 11 assists on 14 made shots.
Into the paint. Picked up his dribble as D'Angelo over to Friedman. He'll fire up a 3 from the left side. And A.J. Friedman. It's been a spark for this Tigers team tonight.
Got 7 off the bench.
And a whistle, and they're going to foul on the Tigers.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of slap there right in front of us.
We'll get the foul on Levi Wanless. Get it in. Sanders into the paint. Shot it off the underside of the backboard. Into the hands of D'Angelo. Over to Heinzman into the corner to Friedman. Guarded by McDougal. Out top now. Now he reverses over the left side. Got it taken away by Williams. Williams up ahead. Sickles is hammered down low.
That was great help defense by Williams to get the steal. And then on the 3-on-1, you had two options. You're going to give it to Sickles most of the time. And again, that pump fake got the defender in the air. That's D'Angelo's fourth.
You see the takeaway. And a nice little pass down low, but the pump fake and the foul. Sickles 3 of 5 from the foul line tonight, and now make it 3 of 6.
A little bit of pep talk that time by his teammate McDougal.
Second shot coming up for Phoenix Sickles, and he makes 1 of 2. 42-24, Bridgeport leading. The number 1 seed in Class AAA. Came into today 23-1, winners away, and an easy layup in transition for Anderson McDougal, and now a timeout taken by Elkins.
Fourth steal of the night by McDougal, and that's all led to wide open looks.
On a full timeout, 6:33 to go. Bridgeport and the defense with the takeaway and the finish on the other end for McDougal. They lead 44-24 here on the NFHS network. 6:33 to go here in the fourth quarter, 44-24, Bridgeport leading Elkins. And now the timeout, it'll be Tigers ball. A.J. Friedman has it into the front court. Up top, Wanless looking for space. Now a screen over on the right side. Takes it in, barrels his way into the paint, but couldn't finish.
It's been that kind of night for Wanless, unfortunately for him.
All knocked away, but in the hands of Sickles. I see a little more urgency from the defense of Elkins. Saunders penetrates in the paint and finishes with the right hand.
Well, that's what Bridgeport has tried to do here in the second half. They've really attacked the rim, looking for teammates. Really, a lot of it's been Sickles, but you got McDougal driving. That time you saw a really nice drive by Sanders as well.
Friedman picks up his dribble. Heinzman works it over here near side. Wallace will take the 3. Front iron no good. Heinzman with the offensive board though. That's Drew Heinzman. He'll work it back out top. Now D'Angelo. Gets it back top of the key. Nice find down low and a foul on Bridgeport. And that'll go against Anderson McDougal.
And McDougal looking like he was going to go attack that loose ball on its way in and lost his footing forward. Well, Elkins shooting the ball better each and every quarter since the first. The problem is Bridgeport is also shooting extremely well. 52% from the field, 55 from 3. And they have not cooled off. They've been consistent.
Shreve near side. Back out, Wanless. He'll penetrate. And a whistle and an offensive foul. They get that one on Levi Wanless. That'll be his second personal.
Well, you see a little frustration from Wanless. He's been attacking and drawing a lot of pressure, a lot of contact. I think he thinks he may have been fouled a few times here tonight. He just hasn't been able to get the shots to fall. He is just 3 of 15 from the field, and all that's come around the rim.
Sickles gets it across the timeline as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Zuliani out top, got it knocked away into the hands of Shreve. Now Friedman over on the far side to kick it back out to Wanless. Tell you what, Spatafor gone at it. Spatafor just took it away from him. Up ahead, McDougal couldn't get it to fall. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Elkins' ball.
That's a tremendous dish from Spatafor to McDougal through some pressure. But again, the Tigers, they challenge the shots and they go after the rebounds. That's what they've done all night. The only thing missing right now is consistent offense.
Corner 3 from Shreves. That one's short into the hands of Phoenix Sickles. That's his 9th rebound. Working on a double-double here tonight. Crossover into the paint. Kick out, Sanders holds. Now Zuliani deep into the paint, up and in off the glass. Carter Zuliani.
Well, they haven't needed him much offensively because of Sickles, but he's obviously, as you just saw right there, very capable.
D'Angelo out top. Backing in. Kick out to Shreve. Work it back out top. Heinzman is blocked by Sickles, out of bounds.
It's his third block of the night. Times it well.
Yep, he timed that one up perfect. 3:48 to go. Heinzman, he'll try it again. Long three is good. That looked pure.
Whew. Man, the range from these kids these days.
Dylan Heinzman knocks down the three.
That stops a 7-0 run for Bridgeport in the last 3 minutes.
Sanders. Now Sickles way out top, hands it over to McDougal. They try to trap. They get the steal. D'Angelo down to the other side, and he has fouled to go into the basket.
Foul going to be whistled against McDougal. His third. Been a relatively clean game. Nobody in foul trouble necessarily except for D'Angelo.
He'll be at the line where he's 1 of 1 tonight. First one up and nothing but net. Take a look at the student section. They made their way down from Elkins. Talked about Zuliani and swimming. Elkins girls swim team. Powerhouse. Back-to-back state titles. Getting that pressure. Sickles gets it across. Now Zuliani down low into the paint. Looking for space. Finds a little. His shot rolls off the iron. No good.
Again, great interior defense. That time it was Shreve challenging without fouling.
D'Angelo picked up his dribble. Under 3 here in the fourth quarter. Back to the corner. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Elkins. "20 straight victories for this Bridgeport team." Wallace kick out the 3. That one off the back iron, too strong. Williams with the rebound. And now Wallace goes down, grabbing his leg. As a 3 from Spatafor from the left corner, and Wallace still down on the court back.
Boy, I can see the cramp.
Yeah, it's grabbing his back of his right leg, and now they're looking at the calf area.
That thing is the ball of a softball right there. Wallace has obviously given everything he's got to this game. He has attacked with relentless aggression to the rim. The problem is he has not made the shots when he gets there. Again, he's challenged, though, by defenders each time he's been in.
Training staff for Elkins as well as Marshall University. A little drink of water as that last 3 by Heinzman off the mark. And you see why Wallace just come up with the cramp right there. Those are never fun.
And here's the deal. If you've ever had one through athletics, you get a cold feeling about you when you see that. And again, like I said, I could see the cramp balled up in his calf from where we're sitting. Good to have him back up and okay.
I would like to tell him as he gets older they go away, but they don't. They just show up at 3 a.m.
Yes. When you're dreaming about your past athletic prowess.
Got him over to the bench, stretched him out, give him a drink of water. I expect him to be back in before the game ends. Friedman has it here in the near side. Dribble drive over the left side. High off the glass. Knocked away, but there is Shreve with the putback. And now a whistle and a foul on A.J. Friedman.
Well, Bridgeport, they have not been able to pull away more than a couple of points into the 20s. Elkins has hung around, but Bridgeport doing enough inside the paint in this second half. They shot the ball lights out outside in the first half from 3.
3-pointer from the right side. That one short. Rebound into the hands of Drayton Boggs.
Just 1 3-pointer in the second half for Bridgeport. They've done it inside the paint.
Shreve pump fake to the paint, and that one blocked from behind that time. Williams, crossover, top of the key. Over to Sanders. He'll get it back with 1:40 to go.
That was a third block, by the way, on Zuliani. Sixth block for the team.
Williams gave up his dribble, feeds it back out. They get over to Spatafor. Jack Spatafor puts it on the floor, and he is fouled by Shreve.
That'll be on the drive. 15 fouls, so shooting foul for Spatafor.
Fourth personal foul on Shreve. First trip to the foul line for Spatafor tonight. As he makes the first.
The numbers have just been so good and so consistent offensively for Bridgeport tonight. They've been above 50% the entire game from the field. Sitting right on 50 right now at 18 of 36. Shooting threes, 7 of 13. 54%, and they're about 70% at the line. That has not waned in any of the quarters.
Second one up and in for Spatafor, 53-31, and at 24 to go. Right side, Dylan Heinzman. Now Friedman has it. Dribble drive into the paint, ball knocked away. Friedman gathers, now kick out for the corner three. That one's short. Shreve tracks it down. Hands it over to Friedman, his three off the mark, and a long rebound. So Zuliani goes diving out of bounds to try to save it. Heads up down there on the baseline.
Tremendous respect between D'Angelo and Zuliani. You got to respect the effort by Zuliani. You're up by 20 plus now, and he's diving out of bounds with 1:04 left after a loose ball. That is a hustle play.
Three seniors re-enter, and I told you we would not see the last of Levi Wanless as he re-enters for the Tigers. 1:04 to go.
Well, you want to finish your career on the floor if you can.
All knocked away and a scramble for it. We have a held ball to stay with Elkins. Six seniors on this Elkins ball club. Wanless has it. Out top. Struggled with the dribble there. Now a three for D'Angelo, way short. Into the hands of Sickles, and now he's fouled to stop the clock with 45.7 seconds.
And I think that was a foul simply to get some subs in. Yep, that is exactly what it was. You could see Heinzman trying to get the foul so he could get these second unit guys in. And again, I always love this. Games in the books, so give these kids a chance to get on the floor and experience the Coliseum Convention Center.
Recognize the seniors as well. Sickles up and in. Double-double tonight, 19 points, 10 rebounds.
And all 10 of those coming from the defensive board.
So substitutions and a round of applause from the Elkins fans for the seniors for this Tigers ball club. Alex Brochard into the ball game. Nassim Rayford for Elkins. Substitutions for Bridgeport, 40 seconds. Rayford has it out top. Now he'll get it back. Guarded by Samuel Romano. Floater up, won't go. But a foul, and that will send Nassim Rayford to the line, the 5'10 junior.
Well, you look up and down the roster, as you said, those six seniors, 4 of them are starters. Friedman might as well have been a starter here tonight. Off the bench, he was tremendous. And then you saw the big Lauk, who was in the ball game a good bit. So for Coach Rayfield, it's going to be rebuilding. And these kids who are on the floor now are going to have to be a part of that. So lots of shoes to fill here, big shoes to fill over in Elkins.
Amari Lannon into the game, a freshman, along with Lincoln Fletcher, sophomore. Second shot up for Rayford. He made 1 of 2. Arion Dodd works it over to the left side. Now they'll kick it back out to Williams with 20 seconds. Dodd again, he'll fire up a three, and off the front iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Braden Billard. Sophomore for Elkins. Knocked away, 5 seconds. And Dodd will dribble it out, and Bridgeport, the #1 seed in Class AAA, will advance to semifinals on Friday as they defeat #8 Elkins 55-32. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and recap it from here inside the Charleston Coliseum here on the NFHS Network. Over #8 Elkins 55-32. Jack Wither alongside Andrew Miller as we take a look at some team stats. 49% for Bridgeport from the field, 18 of 37. They had 13 assists on those 18 made baskets. 50% from behind the arc, 7 of 14. They were 12 of 16 from the foul line, 75%. Had 12 turnovers for Elkins. 28% shooting, 11 of 40 from the field, just 15% from behind the arc, 2 of 13, 8 of 9 from the foul line, 89%. Turned the ball over 15 times. Bridgeport converted 15 points off of those 15 turnovers. Bridgeport won the rebounding category, 27-24. As you take a look at paint points, 2016 also in the favor of Bridgeport. Bridgeport finished with 11 steals.